Okay, haven't made a video in a while. I kind of got a lot to tell you guys about, a lot to show you guys. As you can see, my shop's pretty full, running out of space quick. Space is at a premium. If you look here behind you, I just picked up a pneumatic hammer. This is to help me with dents and whatnot, and considering the new project car I've got had a house land on it, there's no shortage of dents. This thing works pretty good. The only thing I can complain about is it walks all over the place, so I built this little platform for it to hopefully stop it from doing that. Got a posi rear end for the 41 Dodge. It's out of 69 Chevelle or GTO. It's a GM 10 bolt posi. It's got 411 gears, all new bushings. Got a hell of a deal on it. Haven't really done much on the Dodge just because, I haven't had time. I've been doing other stuff. I did get a set of doors for it. I got to trim them down. They're about an inch too tall, so I'm going to trim the bottoms off where most of the rust damage is on them. And they're also a shorter door than what came on the Dodge, but the shape and the body molding basically is the same. It's just they're shorter and a little taller, so I can make that work on that car, so I'm going to. This here's the new project. It's a 1940 Studebaker Champion Opera coupe. I got a really good deal on it. Yeah, she's in really bad shape, but you'd look that bad too if you had a building fall on you. The production number on this car is something like, from the information I found, and if anybody knows the actual number or if I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments. They made something like 3,905 of these from the information I found. So that's not a lot of these cars, and then you divide that up amongst 50 somewhat states. That's very few of these cars were ever made. The engine that's actually in it isn't seized or anything like that. The floors, well, basically it's rotting down around the frame. The frame is solid. It basically had a building fall on it and then was parked outside for 20 years, so it's all fixable. That's the good news. Bad news is it's going to take me a long time to get it done. But there's enough there that I pretty much know how it needs to be done. We're going to be taking the doors off and bracing the body with steel tubing, because right now when you shut the doors, because the body's separating, there's a larger gap at the bottom than there is the top, and that's just because the front's supported, the back's supported, and the middle's sagging. So we got to get everything pulled back into alignment where it's supposed to be, and then we'll do the steel bracing while we put the new floor in and repair all the rust damage that it has. It's actually a pretty solid car, other than just the fringes that are rusted. It's got a huge dent on the driver's side fender from where part of the house hit it. The rear fenders, they weren't too bad. They kind of rotted off the car, but it as pretty much dent free except for the driver's side. Apparently the driver's side got more of the damage for the whole car than the rest of it. But I am going to show you guys how to do something as soon as I find my screwdriver. And the reason for that is because a lot of people seem to have a problem with this. So there's my screwdriver. All these older cars from the 40s, they have a flute window and this inner trim. Now, each car is a little bit different. These can be tricky to get out, and these are almost impossible to find replacements. I'm lucky with the Dodge. I've actually got a set for the two doors I bought off another 41 Dodge. I've got a set that came off the 4-door. I got a set that's on the DeSoto, and I've got a set that are on those Plymouth doors over there. So I'm not in any short supply, but it helps to know how to get these out so that you don't have to deal with trying to fix these or replace them, because that can be a headache. There's usually screws that hold it in. This one has already been removed. The other side hasn't been removed. So this should actually come out pretty easy. Just remove these screws. Don't put them somewhere that you're going to lose them. I like putting them on the roof of the car because they're easy to find, and you know, put them in a baggie, mark what they came out of. That's usually the safest bet. Sometimes these are rusted and you gotta drill them out. That's always a pain in the ass. But another thing is you gotta fight basically to deal with the window here. There's usually a chrome strip between the two pieces of glass. Is that all of it? Yeah. This one is different than the Dodge. I actually haven't taken the Plymouth ones off, so I don't know. But the hardest part is getting this to separate from the door, because there's usually caulking or a rubber gasket in there. But all you do is you pull it out at the back, and then you lift up, tilt, and pull it up. This is what gets you hung up. This one is at a slight angle forward. The Dodge actually sticks straight down, so it's not really that difficult. I'm going to set this over here. Another thing, get totes. I put all my parts to each car I'm working in totes. All my parts for my Studebaker. This also came with a shit ton of parts for the engine, like new fuel filters, master cylinders, gaskets, engine rings. It's crazy. Headlights, all sorts of stuff. That, you know, $300-400 worth of stuff in the front seat of this car when I got it. This is another thing you guys will end up dealing with. I usually just rip these out because they're obviously no good. You can get replacements. Here, why don't you come step back here so you actually get a better view of what I'm doing. This one has not been out, but I have removed the screws for making it easier, and then put them back in just so I know they're not going to stick. And this car is actually in pretty good shape. It's literally just around the edge of the cab where all the floors rusted out. The bottom of the doors, the body metal, the exterior skin is fine, but the interior skin at the bottom's just got a little bit of rust. That should be it. Now the hard part is when you don't pre-separate these, they are really hard to kind of get to pull out, and you want to be careful not to bend this, but basically got to work at it. See if I can get this I always take the gaskets out because they're garbage. Just like that. Oh, that would be why I forgot to take a screw out. And right there, it just broke free. Pull it out. You can remove all this stuff. This door still has a window in it. I'm going to try to get that window out in one piece. This car they actually sell all new glass for, and as you can see at the bottom, the door gap gets wider. Like I said, it's because the body is actually sinking down over the frame, which I do plan on fixing. It's just a cool looking car. I couldn't just let it rot. Set that over there. But these cars are really rare from what I understand. I mean, I've looked online. You can find bits and pieces of them, but as far as like major body panels and stuff, good luck. You either happen upon somebody that just might have parts. Like I can get headlight bezels and a couple lenses here and there, but like I've only got one tail light and one tail light bezel for this car. So I'm either going to have to cast my own and try to find an actual lens for this car, or pray to God that somebody eventually runs across one and pops it up on eBay, and hope that I'm got the money and I'm the highest bidder at the time. But this car, Like I said, I think they made 3,905 of it. The engine isn't seized. I'll show you guys real quick. Yeah, if you guys look down here, I can actually grab the fan. Let's see if I can do this. And by pulling on the belt and the fan, that engine is turning freely. Now, I actually don't plan on using this engine and transmission, so the fact that it's not seized or anything, I'm sure somebody is probably restoring one of these. This is the same engine they use in the Commander and the Champion, this being a Champion. Somebody might want this, so I'm going to do my best to get it out in one piece, and you know, I'll probably not ask anything for it because it's just an engine and transmission. I just want to get rid of it. I don't know what I'm putting in it for a powertrain yet, but this is a big project. I don't know how long it's going to take me. Working on the 41 still. Basically trying to divide my time between two cars, getting my name out there, because I know in my first video I said I'm not a professional, but since then I've decided to take that back. I have actually opened Angell Kustoms out of my two-car garage, antique car bodywork, paint jobs, you know, whatever needs to be done, I'll do it. I love these old cars, love doing body work on them. My father laughs because he doesn't have the patience for it, but I've got all the patience in the world, so I figured why not? Why not get paid for what I like doing? And other than that, this is what's going on. You can contact me through the comments. I check them frequently. I like watching these videos and picking out all the mistakes that I made and whatnot. I hope that the way I showed you to take those inner door frames out works out for you, works out for me pretty well. I've yet to break any, and I've taken some out that were pretty much Swiss cheese, but they're wicked hard to get those for replacements. Luckily, like I said, I've got enough projects going on to keep me busy. I'd love to get some other work going on in here, but it is what it is. I'm still trying to get my house buttoned up for winter, so I don't get much time out here in the shop, plus eye surgeries and stuff like that I got going on. But that's what's going on. I know it's been a while since I made a video. Hopefully I'll be able to make more videos after a few more surgeries I got coming up, and once I heal from that, I'll get some more progress done and hopefully have more to show you guys. So with that, thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful, and love to hear from you guys. Leave comments. Follow me on Facebook at Angell Kustoms, and we'll talk to you all later.